What if you could create better YouTube video ads? What if you could get better retention, better CTRs, more leads, better conversions, more conversions? Well, using a simple formula directly from YouTube is a way to start that process. And in this broadcast, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to go through it with you. And hopefully at the end, you'll learn something where you can apply it for your own business. I love to share, learn, and apply myself. So let's get into it. Hello and welcome. Jan here in another broadcast here. Today we're going to cover the ABCDs of creating great YouTube ads. This is from the heart of Google Central here. In fact, I'll link to this document below this broadcast, so you can get it. Now, we use similar structures in our business. I thought it was useful to take a look at this from a Google perspective, and it's using really a 1, 2, 3, 4 steps here. If you think about copywriting formulas, AIDA, attention, interest, desire, and action. That's one sort of structure that can be used in this development of creative ads, YouTube ads, that is. Another one is PAS, right? Problem, agitate, solve. All these formulas really help you to kind of bind a structure into how you develop the best copy. But the first one here is key, and they're addressing it right here, which is attention. You want to hook and sustain attention with an immersive story, and this is what we call dog whistle copy. So you're really not only just creating attention, but you're actually calling out the person you're speaking to. It's kind of that classic enter into the mind of the receiver as if you were already there, right? When you do that, you're really connecting out the gate, and that is key. Because they're going to skip within the first few seconds, 5 seconds, before you see the skip button. So make sure that you do this and get to the heart of the matter fast and why they should continue watching. And of course, on YouTube, you have a tremendous opportunity to educate, which is really at the core of so many things that we push out. You want to make sure you educate your audience and with a call to action at the end. So making sure that you're jumping right in is good, using the audience supportive materials out the gate. I'll show you an example of this in a little bit. This is a great little video over here that shows an example of that. And of course, make sure that the visuals are optimized for mobile device viewing. So attention is the first step. Now, let's go down here to branding. Branding is a bit contentious in our world. We focus on direct response, copywriting and ad writing and YouTube videos. Now, that's not to say that you can't, benefit from branding. Clearly, you will as you get more impressions and more displays out on the Google networks. But you want to make sure that you're not creating awareness campaigns, let me call it. Make sure that you have conversion-based campaigns that generates leads and sales for your business. That's really ultimately what we focus on, and that should be your focus as well. But the fact that you have this branding component is important because essentially you're bringing to the play your authority, why they should listen to you, etc. Right? So call that out early in the video. They call it branding. We call it authority building by sharing why should they listen to you, right? Who are you? So make sure that you do that. And you can reference that also through your own criteria, but also through testimonials, right? Now, depending on the type of video here, a testimonial is a little bit different structure. So be careful by not pushing that too hard early on, especially if this is a first video in a sequence of videos that you're going to build out through top, middle, and bottom of funnel. All right. I'm throwing a lot at you here, but essentially I want to make sure that you think of this as a fairly simple structure, and using this attention component is key. The authority branding component definitely will make them stay, right? We want retention in your video here. And then connection. So this is where really you're driving into more of the sort of leading towards why they should be taking action on this video. Here they talk about humanizing the story. People can tell you a better product story late to your customer or your consumer. So this is falling into the category of kind of testimonial references, making sure that they're sharing experiences about your product or service that has benefited them, right? But again, the type of video here is going to be key. You don't want to just simply flood your channel and your ads with only this structure. There are different types of videos. You may find a video that is 10 minutes in length that's working good for you, which includes elements, let's say, from a live seminar. But typically we like to stay within the 1.5 to 2.5 minutes, definitely under 3 as a best practice. But clearly making sure that you're getting an emotional lever built in is a good thing. They want to know that they are connecting with a human, not some logo, right? So make sure that your videos shouldn't be too stiff, call it that way, right? Get that human element built in. Humor, surprise, and intrigue. You can never go wrong with that, really, right? Finally, direction. I talked about it from the top of this video. Make sure that you include a CTA, call to action. It seems somewhat counterintuitive. Well, of course, here's the link, right? You see that little link that shows up in the box in the bottom left corner. But I completely agree. Be intentional and add a CTA driving to a specific objective. I talked about at the top, direct response, right? Lead generation, e-commerce sales, course sales, whatever you are selling and pushing out there, make sure that you tell them exactly what to do and the benefit of doing so. Often we see clients say, yeah, click the button. Well, why should I click the button? Well, the whole video structure here, plus reinforcing that, is going to be key for you. So make sure you supercharge it with audio, reinforce your on-screen CTA with voiceover to ensure the ask lands. Yeah, very key. Make sure you repeat that. And at the very end, what we like to do is switch from the four-point structure here into maybe a simple background that may showcase a product, maybe showcase a landing page or an order form, or what to expect. And it could be also a simple background with some text on it with an animated arrow that just kind of jiggles up and down to point to the box where they actually click. So reinforcing that and letting the music play out is definitely a good thing. So let's summarize here. Attention, branding, connection, and direction. This document is the core ABCDs principles from Google, and you can actually find it when you are inside the ads manager for Google and YouTube, and you can see it when you actually click on the video and you go to analytics, because that's where you're going to see the retention curve. You know, how long are they watching your video? When does it drop off? Great for analytics to figure out, you know, how well is your video really working, right? And then at the bottom of that particular analytics tab, you'll actually see a link to this document. So I thought I wanted to bring that to bear. And again, I'll link it at the bottom. And by the way, we do actually serve clients in this space for YouTube ads. So if you ever want to check that out, there's a link at the bottom as well. That's my little, pitch for the day. But I hope you found this useful, and to think about these structures. There's many videos and many experts out there that have these sort of structured approaches to how to build videos. There's some very complex ones that I've seen out there. Simplicity, I find, is the one that tends to work the best. And making sure that you have a clear match of your message to your landing page, right? So you have that congruent connection to your overall message and then hierarchy, so that your system really works well and that you get a great CTR, your view rates are up, and that you ultimately get your conversions that you're looking for. So anyway, I'll call it a day here, and I wish you the best, and I'll talk to you in the next video. All right, later.